Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to the extended. So this is from the TikTok video for all the signs for what is going on in your love life, or what's gonna come, I guess, in February. So I did split it up. There's gonna be 4 piles today. Usually we don't do this many, but you know, I want to get into it. I did split them up by sign. So we have the air signs, the fire signs, earth signs, and water signs. You don't have to pick your pile based on your sign. If you feel called to another pile, you can totally do that pile, and you can do the one that corresponds with your sign, or you don't even have to do the one corresponded by your sign. It's up to you. But I will reiterate what was discussed on TikTok if you haven't seen the TikTok. That way, like, you know what's going on. We didn't get too much in there because, you know, I wanted to do everything in the extended. But like I said, so this is pile 1. So if you're choosing by deck, this is the Stranger Things deck. Or if you're choosing by sign, this will be your pile 1. Remember, this is for the air signs if you're choosing by sign. Then we have pile 2, the Dream Tarot deck, if you're choosing by deck. Pile 2. If you're choosing by sign, this is for the fire signs. Pile 3 is the Gold Foil Tarot. So if you're choosing by deck, this would be your deck. Number 3, if you're choosing by sign, this is for the earth signs. And last but not least, pile 4, if you're choosing by pile, this is the Afro Avatar deck. Number 4, and this is for the water signs. Okay, I will leave the timestamp below. Take your time. If you want to pick more than one pile, that's fine. If not, I will see you at your pile. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. This is if you chose the Stranger Things deck, as well as if you are an air sign, this is going to be for you. I'm just going to go over what we talked about in the TikTok, so that if you didn't come from the TikTok and you're just coming from YouTube, you have an idea of what's going on here. So for your energies for overall in your love life, in February, in February, oh look, there's a spider. Nice. Oh my god. I am not a fan of bugs or anything of the sort. I actually don't know what that is. Oh my god. Okay, that's already, things are already happening. We're just gonna let that be. It seems like it's struggling. Let me open the window. Oh god. Oh god. So I can like go outside. Anyway, so you had community. So I was basically just saying that it seems like in the month of February, you're going to be meeting a lot of people. You're going to be talking to a lot of people if you're not already. And you're going to be strengthening your current relationships. So you might already be with someone. If you're not already with someone, then like I said, you might just be meeting a lot of people, or you're just going to be strengthening your relationships with people that you kind of are like acquaintances with, but not necessarily like friends or lovers or anything like that. There also might be an energy of somebody that is around you, like has like a crush on you or something like that. So that's why that was coming through. So just pay attention to the people that are in your life at this time. And then we had difficulties, jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. So that also, you know, made me think that maybe there are some people that when you do find your person, if you have not already, they might be kind of envious of that. So once again, just paying attention to the people that are around you. Are you around people that are genuine? Once again, strengthening your relationships with people, making sure that you are being like cordial and nice to people that deserve your love and things like that. And really just like paying attention to who you're giving your love to, because you know, not everyone deserves your love, and you have to, it's like harsh, but it's the truth. So but that's your overall energy. So I'm gonna put these cards right here. My bestie gave me this cute little card holder, so I'm using it. So I'm just gonna put your, I don't know if you're gonna actually be able to see it because of where it is, but so those are your overall energies. Okay, well, I want to check if you can see. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Let's get it popping. I think I'm gonna do the tarot cards first. So now this is gonna be a series while I'm shuffling, so you guys aren't just like watching me. I am gonna post quite a few videos throughout the month of February. It's all gonna be about love. We're gonna have extendeds. We're gonna have spicy reads on Snip Feed. I'll do some free ones as well, like just on YouTube or on TikTok. But if you want like the really detailed, like crazy ones, I'm gonna have that on Snip Feed on my website. And then I'm just gonna do, once again, like stuff on TikTok, and then we'll have a bunch of extendeds on YouTube. So it should be fun. It's gonna be a fun month. I hope you like the setup, the love setup. I got my love spell here, my love potion. It's gonna be fun. So stay tuned all month. All right, so what is the overall energy for love for the month of February for my air signs and the people that chose pile 1? All right, we have the 7 of Strands. You know, I always forget to do this before I do this deck, which is check to make sure what suits or what, because I always confuse it. We also have the Knight of Strands. I'm not going to take reversals. Okay, this is enough. Let's get one more card just so it's even, because I'm annoying. Thank you. Okay. Perfect. And then we have the Devil in the back of the deck energy. I actually am going to take reversals. I just heard I should, so that's what we're going to do. So these 3 came reversed. Everything else was upright. Let me just, I'm so sorry, guys. We had the spider interrupt. Actually, it wasn't a spider, it was a fly. But we had the fly interrupt. I got to check this. All right. So you have the 7 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups, the 2 of, oh my God, I almost said 2 of Cups, see? The 2 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles reversed, the Chariot, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay, I wrote down everything because I'm so sorry. I cannot remember that for the life of me. But here we go. All right, so the month of February. It seems like there is something that you need to walk away from. Now, keep in mind that we do have the community card here, so I do feel like it's talking about people that are currently in your life, around you. There's something here about you not wanting to walk away, you not wanting to like kind of leave them, because you have a sense of like people pleasing basically. And it's like you can't keep yourself happy while also keeping others happy when like you guys are not in alignment. Because it's like you keeping them happy means that you are sacrificing your own happiness, basically, is what's happening here. Whoa. So that's like the first message. There's also a sense of you wanting to, you're like very guarded in a sense, because you kind of think that everyone is against you. Maybe you don't have a lot of people around you, and that's why community came out. Because you have had issues with problems of jealousy and just people not being a very good friend and or lover to you. So it could be like that in that kind of sense. It doesn't have to necessarily mean like, okay, there's a lot of people around you or you're going to be around a lot of people. Maybe you are a bit more isolated. Like you could be like the opposite. And that's why, because you're like very defensive, it's like easier for you to walk away from people because you don't want to be a people pleaser. So as soon as things get rough in any sort of manner, you're like, all right, I'm out. Like those are the two types of energies that I'm feeling in this pile. Obviously, to your discernment, you will know who you are. I don't know exactly who you are, but for those of you that feel like you need to fight alone, you move very quickly in your relationships. And I think that you're gonna like have some time to like think about why and things like that in February, which is interesting. I'm not really seeing any like, I'm not really seeing a lot of new prospects necessarily, but I think that's just because there is some kind of healing that needs to be done here. Because there's no movement. There's no movement. Whether you are the type that has a lot of people around you and you need to reassess your relationships with the people around you because you might be people pleasing and keeping them in your life because of them and not because of you and not because you actually want them in your life, or because you are a loner and you don't keep up with your relationships very well. Maybe you are the person that has the jealousies and makes the difficulties in relationships, because you have to remember sometimes not everything is the outside energy, sometimes it's your energy. And so that's why you're kind of more of a loner. But either way, there's like no movement happening, because the Chariot in reverse and the 8 of Pentacles in reverse is literally talking about not walking away, not changing your direction. Like you're very much walking the same path that you've always been walking. And I feel like in February, it's kind of gonna be like, if you want love, you're gonna have to like try something new. You're gonna have to try something new. Point blank period. Because we have the Devil in the back of the deck energy, which is literally, and we have the 3 of Swords, which is talking about heartbreak, heartache. So it seems like your heart chakra is just, you're hurting a little bit. Whether or not you realize it, I think you are going to come to terms with it in February, or at least start coming into terms with it. But this Devil energy here is like basically, for the back of the deck, is reiterating that there's no movement because you don't want there to be movement. You might say on the outside that you want movement and things like that, but if you did want movement, you wouldn't be people pleasing. You wouldn't keep people in your life that you know are not good to you or for you. And for the other group, you know, you wouldn't be so quick to leave relationships and friendships, things like that, just because you get scared, because you don't want to give them any power over you. So you're going to be coming into terms with that in February. So I do feel like that February is going to be more of a healing month for you than anything. I'm going to be so real. I don't know if I should have a candle in there. So that is like the overall vibe. let's get some oracle cards so we can clarify some things, get a little deeper. I bought that thing from the dollar store, so I don't want that crap to melt. Okay, let's do the prism cards. What's the energy like for my power ones, for my air signs, and for the people that picked up? Oh, look at that. In February. So we have fear. And we have disruption. Oh my God, see, you have a fear of change. So this is actually for both of you. So obviously, like I had said before, there's like kind of two groups it seems to be in here. There's like the loners of y'all, the ones that like very much keep your distance from people because you kind of feel like everyone is kind of always against you because of what you've dealt with before. And then there's the group of you that like has a lot of people around you, but they don't all need to be around you. Like you actually need to be more of a loner, because not necessarily like dump everybody that you know, obviously, but it's just a sense of, okay, yes, you might have a lot of friends, but are they really your friends? Like just because you have 100 people around you doesn't mean that they're all your friends. You know what I mean? Like having 2 solid people in your life is better than having 100 irrelevant people in your life. But both groups overall, y'all have a fear of change. You don't want to change in the opposite direction. You don't want to release all these people that don't need to be in your life because you don't want to seem like you don't have people in your life. And for the others, you don't want to add people into your life because you're afraid that they're going to hurt you, which is fair, but at the end of the day, you're going to be alone forever. You're letting this fear of change because you don't want your life to be disrupted, because you might be very like in that way of life. Like that is just, look, the birds are chirping. Like they're like, yeah, baby, say it louder for those in the back. You might really dislike switching stuff up. You might have been in this way of life for a while, and so now you're kind of just like, this is like your automatic like thing. So now you're like, whoa, I can't be changing stuff up. Like I haven't had like a real friendship in like 5 years. I'm not gonna just like bring somebody in. Like that's crazy, you know? It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. And I feel like in February you're gonna start, which is really good. I don't know if you're gonna heal all of that in 1 month, you know, like give yourself some time for sure. But I think that you're going to be addressing that in February, especially, you know, because you're going to be thinking like, damn, I do want love. And like, I can't have love if I have all these extra people in my life that really don't need to be in my life because we're not even cool like that. Or I don't even like them like that. They don't like me like that, you know? It'll give you space for new people that are more in alignment with yourself to come in. Like if there's no space, it's like cleaning your room. You can't be going shopping every week if you don't get rid of your clothes that you already have. How are you going to fit everything in your dresser? How are you going to fit everything in your closet? Like it's going to be overstocked. Your room is going to be a mess. Okay? Think of your room as your emotional being, as your emotional state. Okay? If you bring in all these clothes, aka all these extra people that are taking up all this space that you don't need, then you need to get rid of them because they're messing up your mental here. Oh, look, and we have sweetness as the back of the deck energy, which is nice. So I feel like you can, like, I feel like for those of you that are more on the loner side, you are very sweet, but it's like you just like don't let people know that because you don't want anyone to like be like, oh, like you don't want people to get close to you, which is interesting. Let's get some, I kind of want to pull these. Let's see, for those of you that have a twin flame, anything going on there in the month of February. Wow, so we have Axe. What does it say? Stop the pattern. Boom, right there. We don't even need anything else. Stop the pattern of the fear. You have to get out of this fear of disruption. You have to allow the disruption to happen. Because if you don't, you're going to keep being stuck in the same place. You're going to keep being in this devil energy. You're going to keep yourself locked up. And you don't need to do that. Like, you just quite literally just don't need to do that. You can experience something greater, especially in love, but it has to start with you. And like, you have to really acknowledge, because if you don't acknowledge that you do these things, then you're not gonna like be like, okay, fine, I do that, you know, I do push people away, maybe I should stop doing that. And it's like, once you realize that you are doing it, or the other thing of having a lot of people around you that you just really don't need around you, then you will finally be like, it'll be easier for you to be like, okay, I have to let go of this person. Like, we're not in alignment anymore. There's no hard feelings. We just don't. That's it. And it's fine. So February, I feel like you're really gonna start, or if you already started breaking the pattern, I think by February you will be more like done, which is great. Let's pull some messages of the cosmos to see what the universe has to say to you about love. So it's interesting because your love reading isn't really romantic. It's more of like self-love. Oh my God. Stop looking outside yourself for the answers. You already know them. Didn't I just say self-love? That's insane. So it's like, you know, it's like you have to figure it out yourself. Point blank. You really just have to figure it out yourself. You have to deal with these issues yourself. You talking to all these extra people that don't even need to be in your life, that are not aligned with you, it's not working. And for those of you that are like alone, more of a loner, or just less people around you, it still seems like, so you might not necessarily go to other people with your issues and things like that, or like looking for answers, but you still look outside of you. Maybe you look for material things and like stuff like that. Damn, how is it 25 minutes already? You still may look for like material things, stuff like that. Like, you're very much like, okay, well, I'm alone, but I have all this stuff, so it's fine. And it's like, you don't need to look on the outside. You know, you have everything that you need. So just be mindful of that. Do your thoughts need a reboot? Focus on the good in your life. So yeah, I feel like for you to get out of this pattern of fearing disruption, you are going to have to think, do I need to change my thought process? Why do I think that this is the best option of living? And then think about why your thoughts are even like that in the first place. Because for the most part, it's probably not even you that's making these thoughts and these ideas that are coming up. You're probably just conditioned into believing them because it's just been so long. And sometimes you really need to sit down and think about it and be like, is this really even what I want? Like, am I really even enjoying myself? Do I even enjoy being around these people? Like, think about it when you hang out with them. Sit there and be like, damn, am I even having a good time right now? Or am I just telling myself I'm having a good time? Because at least I'm not alone. And then for those of you that are more on the alone side, like, are you like, yeah, you're like, oh, I'm fine being alone, I have all my stuff. And it's like, are you fine being alone? Like, you could be alone, obviously, but like, do you enjoy being lonely? Like, there's a difference. And then we have stop giving away your power right now. So I feel like that is more for, actually, no, that's still for both of you. you give away your power by feeding into the ideas that you currently have, because you're keeping yourself stuck. So at the end of the day, as long as you are doing things on the outside of you and it's keeping your inner self stuck, you're always giving power to everything else, to everyone else. Until you can like make your own changes, basically, you don't really have that power. And I feel like February, once again, either you're coming into that power or you're at the point where it's like you've been working on it for a while, and by February you will be like fully stepped in, which I'm here for. I was gonna pull some messages of love, but I actually really don't think that you guys need it in this pile, because we're really not getting any type of romantic stuff. Like, I'm so sorry if that's what you came here for. You could probably watch another thing, but this is more of a harsh truth for y'all. I'm so sorry, my air signs. But I do think it'll bring love in once you do change direction. Because it's just like the state of mind that you're in right now doesn't really allow for love. All right, what's going on in the month of February? Maybe for my air signs, particularly in love and relationships. Thank you. Hold on, the card fell, of course. Oh my God. Okay, we have child. So you might be healing your inner child here. These thought processes, I don't know, might be coming from childhood wounds. Some of y'all, you might be in a relationship, but we're talking about healing your relationships with everyone else, basically. So you might conceive a child or have a child still, because maybe you're in a relationship or you have relations where you can have a child. But mostly it seems like you are healing your inner child, because we have concern here. And so I feel like it's quite literally your inner child coming out, because they are concerned. They're concerned about your well-being now. Because they're like, you are taking some past traumas and you're kind of running with it, which I get. But your inner child is like, we can't really be free unless you free yourself. Like, your inner child can't do anything, because that's the past. And unfortunately, the way that we see time is linear, so you can't really do much about your actual inner child. But on a metaphysical level, you can do something in the present. And I feel like your inner child is coming through right now, saying that they are concerned because they are realizing that you are not as happy as you could be. And in February, they really want you to like really think about your relationships with other people and really see how you can change your relationships with other people, whether it's letting other people in or removing people that don't need to be there. Okay? Wow, that was like a very, once again, I was gonna pull other cards, but it's just really not anything crazy. We could do charms though, just really quick. Look at this cute little love box that I got. It's so cute, the little love gnomes. I put my charms in here. Okay. Oops, sorry. If you don't like loud noises, please just turn it down. I have a necklace. One, my air signs. What's going on for them in February? Okay. So cute. Yeah, you definitely have to free yourself. Transform. So these three make me think of transformation, because we have the butterfly here. Horses to me represent freedom, also action. And I always think about moth to a flame for this, and it's making me think that like you are like a moth to a flame with this devil energy. Like you're very much so into your current ways that that's just how you automatically react. You automatically go there instead of trying. You're gonna have to like actively pay attention to your thoughts and your processes and things like that. But I do think in February you will do a great job with it. And I do think that you have transformation coming for sure. I think right now you might be a caterpillar a little bit, but in February, or at least by the end of February, you should be really on your way, well on your way to being a butterfly, which is beautiful. And you will be free, and it will feel nice. It's gonna feel different than what you're in. You're gonna realize how closed you've been. Because even though you're around a lot of people, for some of you, you're not being yourself. And that's not freedom. And once again, like we just have the devil energy twice here. I don't really know what this is. It looks like a cat with like wings on a rose, but to me it looks like a gargoyle, so I always represent it with the devil energy. And then here we have this thing. It literally looks like the thing from Gravity Falls. I don't know, but it reminds me of intuition. Like it's more than just what you see in your reality. Like it quite literally has a lot to do with what goes on in your actual mental, because it's not just around you. It's things that need to be addressed on the inside. And I feel like once you go through this and once you address them and once you start to either open up to people or to start releasing people that no longer need to be in your life, you're going to see a difference. You're going to see a difference in your relationships with other people. And who knows, you might find love through that. Let's pull one message just from your person in general, whether you are in a relationship or if you're single, from your person wherever they are. Just because maybe that'll give you some... Look at that. Neglected. I failed to give you what you need. So I feel like because you were neglected before, that's really just affecting you now. And that is why you have your thought process. So yeah, once again, Pile 1 / air signs. For you guys, it really seems to be, you're going to be going on a self-love journey in February instead of like very romantic. That's not really what I was expecting. I'm sure you weren't really expecting that. If you came up in here looking for some spicy reading, girl, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, because I have to read what comes out, you know? But I do think it's going to be a beautiful thing. And you know, obviously some people make self-love seem like such a cliche and blah, 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 but it truly is. Like, you experience yourself every waking moment of your experience, like of reality. So, I mean, if you are making yourself struggle for the sake of being cool or having people around you or because you don't want to get hurt, like, you have to deal with that all the time, and it's gonna, after a while, like it's just like, all right. You know, so self-love is important, and I feel like it's more than just you taking a bath and doing a facial and blah blah blah. You know, like self-love, sometimes you got to get deep like this, and you really have to like think about things like this, and sometimes it hurts a little bit, you know. But I do think that by the end of February at the least, like you will be on the path that your soul is kind of telling you to follow. And from there, I think that it will be a lot easier for you to be receptive to love, which is good. So if you are looking for love, I think that this is just where you have to start. I don't think that this is the end of it. I don't think that it's just like, okay, you know, do this and then that's it. Like, you're never going to be in love. Like, no, that's not what we're saying here. This is just where it starts for you guys. But yeah, that's all I have. I'm not gonna pull any I was gonna see if, you know, if things get spicy, we'll see, but that's just really not your energy, and that's okay. If you want to watch another pile, you can, but this is definitely for you, and I really hope that it resonates, and I really hope that, like, you try, because once again, like, I feel like you really can do something. You can heal your inner child. You can, like, let go of this concern that you probably have in the back of your head that you just don't really want to acknowledge. But I really do think that it'll be good for you. So yeah. But thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe. Remember, I'm going to be doing a whole series throughout the month of February, so it's going to be fun. We won't, all of them, all of the readings aren't going to be like this. Don't worry. I am going to do some spicy readings and some, you know, we're going to get into some other stuff. Don't you worry. We'll get into more specific stuff, but this is just your overall energy in the month of February, like what's coming. So yeah, follow my TikTok, FloralMoonTarot, if you didn't come from there. And I will see you at the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So this is if you chose pile 2, you want the Dream Tarot, or this is for my fire signs. I'm also a fire sign, so I will be taking these messages for myself too, because I gotta know what's going on. Pile 1 was pretty interesting. So I'm honestly, I don't even know what it's gonna be like for this reading, because I will tell you that pile 1 was not what I was expecting at all. So we will see about that. Okay, I wanted to just reiterate what's going on for you guys. So for those of you that didn't see the TikTok, I'm just gonna go over that really quick. So you got the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. So I was basically just saying that in the month of February, you're going to be working on your heart chakra. You're going to be opening it more, things like that. If it is closed. And then we had make the effort. This love is worth taking risks. You're called to move forward. So once again, I feel like they kind of go hand in hand here. You're going to have to like open your heart chakra, and you're going to have to open up a little bit for you to be able to make the effort, because it's like, if you're not trying to open up, then you're not going to make no effort, you know? So let's just put those right here. Thanks to my bestie for giving me this cool card holder, so you can see the energies that we got going on. So those cards are your overall energies for the month of February. Now we're going to get into it with the tarot cards. So thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, Ancestors, Higher Self, for being here with us for this reading. Please help us get some messages for my pile 2s and my fire signs for what's going on in their love lives for the month of February in 2024. Let's see what comes out. Thank you. Thank you. That was a lot of hearts. Okay, I think we're good. Oh boy. Oh geez. All right, I said I wasn't going to take reversals in the last reading, I think. Oh geez. You guys have an interesting energy here. Like, whoa. Let's get 2 more. Just to go in that spot. I'm annoying. If you don't want to do the 2 though, it's okay. Oh, there's 1. Can you get 1 more, please? Ah, nice. Thank you. Is this the moon? Oh, I was about to be like, yo, that shit came out twice. Let's see what this card is. I absolutely despise when the cards go on the floor. I'm telling you. Oh, we have the High Priestess. Okay, first of all, you have so many major arcana. It's insane. Like, holy crap. And even your back of the deck energy is a major arcana. So there's a lot happening in your love life. Hold on, I just have to fix the timer. Okay, here we go. All right, so wow. All right, first of all, I do think that a relationship could be on the horizons for you. But I do think that there is some things that, you know, you might be caught up in with the devil energy here. There might be some, you're not listening to your intuition. You need to listen to your intuition here. I feel like you have a lot of emotions, but I think that sometimes, actually, I don't know, because the fact that the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups both came out, it seems like you're pretty in tune with both your logical side and your emotional side. But for some reason, something is kind of holding you back here, because once again, the devil energy did come out. The Palace of Wands is really talking about a sense of home, an energy of home, like comfort, safeness. So maybe you feel safe in a relationship that's no longer serving you, but that's only for a very few of you. For some of you, I don't know, there's just some kind of energy of like you feel very safe with where you're at. But I do think that there is, maybe you feel safe like being in hermit mode. And so you don't really like go out into the world. Let's pull some, I was going to use those for clarifiers, but I really don't want to do that. I'm going to use these. Let's get some clarifiers. Why did the devil come out for my pile twos and my fire signs, please, Spirit? What's this devil energy for? Oh, did a card come out? Ooh, stuff is happening. Okay, we have the 5 of Cups. There's some kind of victim mentality going on here. Can I get a clarifier for this? Oh my god, the devil came out again. Okay, there's something here about you get opportunities and you don't seize them because you're too busy worrying about these empty cups here. Sorry, I don't know if that was on the screen. You're too busy worrying about these empty cups here that you don't even see right next to you. You have this beautiful option right there. So it keeps you stuck because look, both cards that came out for the clarifying, they're looking over here at these spilled 3 cups, but they have 2 full cups right behind them. If they would just turn around and stop sulking, they would see, oh, I have other things right here. So I feel like sometimes you let your logic get in the way, and sometimes you let your emotions get in the way because you be getting so goddamn upset that something didn't go your way or something like that. Especially just with relationships in general, that you don't see that you have other, it seems like your safe place is this place of woe is me. Yes. Like that's the energy here. That is why the devil card keeps coming out, because it's like that is your go-to. That's your go-to. Like, okay, I'm a fire sign, so I'm gonna throw myself in here. I know myself. I'd be like, universe, why can't you just give me what I want? Like, I know I am a friggin' brat, okay? So it's giving that same kind of energy. You might not do it in the same exact way. I'm very outspoken with how I feel personally, because at the end of the day, I'm like, universe, you are me, I am you. Like, you already know how I'm feeling. So I'm gonna just tell you out loud, because that's just how I like do my stuff. But definitely giving an energy of your safe place is woe is me, is like victimizing kind of. Not to be too harsh, sorry everybody if that's not what you wanted to hear, but I'm gonna tell you. Especially when it comes to relationships. Let's see what's going on down here, because I feel like there is a lot of like growth, but it's just a matter of listening to your intuition, I think, and listening to yourself, you know? Like it seems like you're, once again, like you're logical, and like you want love, you want happiness, you want the family, you want that. And it seems like you have this energy, like I said, of you are logical and emotional, which is good. You have a good balance of the two, but sometimes you let it, I don't know. Once again, so many major arcana. Oh my gosh. Like, my goodness. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, the King of Cups, and the Fool. Like, I feel like there's an energy of you allowing change in the month of February. You have to let it. You have to let yourself go on this journey. I think that your soul knows, your intuition, like, you know, because the King of Cups, he understands his emotions. You have the King and the Queen of Cups. They understand their emotions, okay? When they feel something, that shit comes to the surface and they know how to deal with it. They know how to deal with their emotions. They know how to deal with themselves when they're very upset, when they're angry, when they're happy. Like, they know why they feel these things. So I feel like, once again, you're very in tune with yourself in that way. But I think that when you feel like you are not getting what you want to a T, then you start to like complain a little bit, and then you miss out on other opportunities. And it's like, I feel like in February there's going to be some kind of invitation in some kind of way, or like, I don't know, something that will change your path or change your direction or whatever, particularly in love, because that's what we're talking about for the month of February. And it could definitely lead to happiness and a new journey and everything, but you have to really like take the time before. This is more of like a prep reading. Like, this reading is here to give you, to help you prepare, so that when the time comes for this offer, for these cups, you will be ready. You will not put yourself in a victimized energy, okay? Because sometimes you ask for things and it comes in a different form than what you were expecting, and so you get upset because you're like, well, I didn't ask for that. And it's like, we know you didn't ask for that, okay? But like, sometimes the universe cannot give you exactly what you want, exactly how you say, because you don't know everything. The universe or God, whoever, if you believe in anything, whatever, knows what's going on, okay? Your higher self knows what's going on. It doesn't have a sense of time like we do. Like, it can see a lot more than you can. So sometimes, yes, you're gonna ask. Example, I was telling myself the beginning of the year, the beginning of January, I want to move out. I gotta make some more money. How am I gonna do that? And I didn't know what the hell I was gonna do. And then boom, I got a damn big ass raise at my job. Was I expecting to get a raise? Absolutely not. I really was under the impression that I was gonna have to figure out my own ways of making more money. And now I don't have to do that, because my managers were literally just like, yeah, we're gonna give you a promotion. Like, it just worked out in that way, you know? And at first, because once again, I'm a fire sign, so this reading is talking to me as well. At first, I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I was like, damn, like, I don't want to take that job. Like, but I was like, I'm gonna do it because I want the money. But now that the time has come, I'm like, okay, yeah, this was the better option for sure. So like, it's a good thing that I kept my mouth shut, because the opportunity was there. And it's like, for some reason, I like to keep myself in my devil energy when it comes to certain things, because of my personal beliefs. And that's my safe space. My safe space is, well, I like where I am right now. I just wanted more money. And it's like, girl, you're not going to just get more money for doing nothing different, you know? Like, you have to do something different. You have to have something different to get something different. You need to do something different. So that seems like your energy for sure. So we won't end this together, babes. But like I said, the month of February, I feel like you might go into hermit mode a little bit, because you are going to think about, okay, what are the things that I do victimize myself in? Do I victimize myself in relationships? Do I get upset when people don't like give me what I want in relationships? Is it them not giving me what I want, or am I being like super picky? Like, you're gonna be thinking about stuff like that in the month of February, if you want. Obviously, if you want to come out of this devil energy and bring new love in, then you will do this work, kind of. If that's not what you want to do, then you'll stay in your thing. Either way, I think that you'll still get love in some kind of way, like after February, like once you get in the thing. But I just think it's going to take longer if you don't actually actively try with your thought process. Oof, that was a lot. All right, let's get some twin flame messages. What's going on for my fire signs in my pile 2 in their love life in February? What's going on, please? Spirit. Let's get some deeper messages. Nope, that's it. Just the one? All right, that's fine. Oh, the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Well, damn. Okay. So maybe this energy is coming out because y'all have been in a relationship or situationship, whatever the hell you want to call it, with someone, and it's done. And or it's on the brink of being done. And you're over here like, no, I don't want to let them go. No. Like, you're like, I know that I want them. Because once again, you're good with your emotions. So I feel like in your mind, you're like, okay, but I know that I want them. So like, why can't I just have them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, once again, you're not getting exactly what you want. And it's kind of, the universe is kind of like, okay, babes, it's done though. It's done. Let it be done so that you can continue somewhere else, okay? I think that it's ending for a reason. Look at this. We have girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. So yeah, y'all definitely leave that man in the dust, okay? They don't have to be a man, but you know what I mean. Leave that person in the dust, okay? Like, it's time to go, babes. It is. There's a line in one of my favorite songs, and of course I can't think about it right now, by Chase Atlantic, but he's literally like, if they're whatever, I can't remember the exact lyrics, but basically he's saying like, you keep talking and preaching about leaving, and the energy for you to leave is there, and you just not doing it. Like he's like, you're trying and there's nothing left, so let it go, basically. And that's the energy of this. And I feel like it's time for you to be alone. So maybe the Hermit came out not for you to necessarily be like meditating in your own vibe kind of thing, but just like being alone. Like, it's time for you to be alone, because you're really letting this devil energy of like holding on to this relationship and not wanting to acknowledge that the cups are empty with this relationship. Y'all done poured out everything that you could. I gave you all the love I got. I gave you more than I could give. Go listen to that. Go listen to Sade. Okay? No Ordinary Love. She's literally saying, I'm giving you everything and you are just taking my love, yo. Like, you taking it. The hell? And that's the energy that this is giving. Like, you have a lot of love to give and you're giving it to the wrong things, the wrong people, whatever. And you're focusing on how that your love is not being, or how your love is being taken for granted, basically. And you're not seeing that there's other sources of love, you know? You might have a crush on someone, and it's like you are so focused on how that crush is not romantically loving you back that you're not realizing, okay, well, I have love in so many other ways. I have love for my family. I have love for my friends. Is it annoying that it's platonic? Yes, okay? I understand. Trust me. I understand, okay? But sometimes you have to deal with it. That's just, it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. You cannot continue to be with someone that there's nothing there. Like, there's nothing there. You're gonna regret it in 5 years down the line. You're gonna be like, damn, why did I stay with them? Or why did I continue to mess with them if I knew, because you guys are smart. Like, you know, you're in tune with your emotions and your freaking and your freaking mind. Like, you know, but you want a relationship so bad that you're like clinging on to it, and like your intuition is like, babes, there's a whole world out there for you. Please, please. Let's get some messages from the cosmos. Ooh, got me thirsty for my pile 2s for February. This is so interesting because I was over here under the impression that we were going to have a cute little reading and everybody was going to have their, like, I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but so far these 2 readings, they are not giving what I thought. All right, we have give yourself some credit for doing a good job at this whole living thing. Yes, you should give yourself some credit because although you victimize yourself a little bit, at the end of the day, you still doing the damn thing. You waking up every day and you doing this crap. This shit is hard, okay? It's hard, especially given the fact that we gotta be freaking awake. Sometimes I think about our existence and how we literally sleep for like a little bit. A lot of people don't get a lot of sleep. Me, I'm getting my sleep, okay? I go to bed. I make sure to get at least my 8 hours. That doesn't happen all the time. When I have work, like, I be messing around at night and shit, so I'm usually getting like 6 hours. But like, even then, people don't get 6 hours, okay? Which is insane to me. Like, you should get some freaking sleep. But whatever, you sleep for however long you sleep. And then you have to be in this thing of reality for the rest of the freaking time. You got all these thoughts going on in your head. You have all these other things going on the outside of you. You have all these obligations, these things if you're in school, if you have kids. Like, it's so much. And you just have to do it every day. No one asked for this shit. No one did, okay? Let's be freaking real. And like, yes, I know there's like starseeds and shit like that like chose to come to Earth and blah, blah, blah. But you don't know. Like, some people don't know if they're one of those people and blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, our souls come here and they forget it if that is what goes on, okay? So it's like, you get up every day and you doing this damn thing. So if you want to complain a little bit, it's fine, okay? I get it. I feel like the universe is throwing that one out there because it's like, I kind of ripped you a little bit for like complaining, but you know what? It's real. You like, damn, I got a crush on this one person. You can't give me this one person, bitch. Like, come on. So I get it, okay? I know. It's like, good job. You're doing great, sweetie, okay? So I hope that, I hope that makes up. Okay, then we have live your life with both feet in. Commit fully to being here. Which is just so funny because I was just saying how we have to be in reality for all that time and you really just have no choice. So it's kind of like, yeah, you have no choice. So let's try to make it as the best that it could be, okay, while we're here. Because it's like, we gotta do it anyway. Where the hell? Oh, it's like we have to do it anyway. So let's try and enjoy this, okay? Let's get some of these love messages because it seems like there is someone that, you know, you need to let go of. So we have deception. Someone is wearing a mask in this relationship. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. True and lasting love is here for you. And reconciliation. Someone from your past is or will be returning to your life soon. Oh, geez. All right. This is very interesting. Because it seems like with the reconciliation and the Grim Reaper, it's giving someone from your past is going to pop up if they have not already. And they might be like, I love you. This is true love. I want to be with you, blah, blah, blah. But they could be deceiving you, babes, okay? Just keep that in mind. Actions speak louder than words, okay? And like, I know that sounds like a cliche. I'm very for cliches because I never realized how true these words are. Like, just because they're saying, oh, I love you and I want to be with you and I missed you and I effed up and I'm sorry, you know, just because they're saying all that doesn't mean that when you guys get back together, they're going to be this amazing person all of a sudden. Did they actually change or are they just feeling lonely? And like, not to come at you, obviously, because you're amazing. I already know you're amazing. So of course someone is gonna want to do the most to be with you. But remember, is that what you want? Remember what kind of person or relationship that you want. And if they don't fit that criteria, make sure that you're not staying with them just for the sake of being in a relationship. Okay, just keep that in mind for some of y'all. For others, that seems like the thing here. I mean, we do have make the effort. So with the true love, you know, it's making me feel like, but I don't know, y'all. For most of y'all, it's seeming like if someone is popping up from your past, you know, let me know. Let me know if we onto something here. But if somebody does pop up from your past, just remember this, okay? I feel like right now is the time for the girls. It's the time for the girls. It's the time for the girls, okay? It's the time for you to be alone. Take your little time to do your little stuff. You know, be your little baddie self. Oh my God, look what's in the back of the deck. Beware of codependency. Addictive behaviors are affecting your romantic life. So, okay, let's be real here. What I said before, yeah, that's hitting, okay? They might be very used to you, and you might be very used to them. So it might be easy, or it might seem easier to just be like, nah, we have such a solid foundation. If you watch The Office, you know how in the beginning, Pam is with Roy, and then they break up, and then they get back together because like things are weird, and then she's like, yeah, we just have like such a great foundation, you know? And it's like, yeah, bitch, you have a good foundation because you've been engaged for freaking 5 years. Like, of course you have a good freaking foundation, like, hello. But like, it's like she went back to him because of comfort. That's it. Because of comfort, because she's been with him. Just because you have a foundation doesn't mean the foundation is good, okay? Like, it doesn't mean it's good. Like, think of the freaking big bad wolf. He couldn't, that foundation of your little love or whatever could be made out of straw, babes, and not bricks, okay? Obviously, because I feel like if the foundation was good in the first place, you wouldn't even be in this situation. So keep that in mind. Sorry, I don't mean to be coming so harsh, but it's just, you guys are fire signs, so I know you could take it. All right, we're coming down to the wire. We're just gonna pull some of these fortune cards, and then we'll pull some charms, and that's it. Yeah, once again, I was really expecting these readings to be like lovey-dovey and ooh, who has a crush on you and shit like that, and that is not what the hell is coming through. For everybody so far, February is going to be a month of healing, and that is okay, okay? Because sometimes we be thinking everything is about romantic love, and of course things are about self-love as well, but like, I don't really want to take these. Oh my God. There's so many. All right, we have thoughts, adjudication, concern, and distant horizons. So for some of y'all, you might be dealing with some legal matters in February. You might be dealing with a divorce kind of thing. Yeah. And so you just have like some concerns about that in February. But I do think that things will be all right. You might travel in February as well. I feel like this is talking about releasing your shackles, baby, because you're not going to be worried about these falling cups anymore. You're finally going to be taking these other opportunities that come to you, and you're going to like go with them instead of staying in the shackles of woe is me, which is nice. But I do think that somebody here is thinking about you. Let's get messages really quick. What messages does this person that's thinking about my pile twos and my fire signs, what messages do they have for them? Oh, soul contract. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. And that's interesting that the word contract came out because we're talking about adjudication here. So once again, maybe you'll be dealing with some contracts for some reason. But I feel like both of y'all, I think if this past person does come in and you're like, look, I can't be with you again, okay? Like, we did our time. I think it's time for us to move on. I think that it's going to be a good conversation if you guys allow it to be a good conversation, and you guys will like understand, that it's okay that you're not together. And like, it'll be easier for you both to look at your relationship before and take those lessons, because not everyone is meant to be in your life forever. Okay, a lot of people and things that you deal with are lessons, unfortunately. And then we have absence. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. And remember that codependency came out. So I feel like, not in like a bad way, because once again, you are the shit, okay? Like, of course someone's gonna want to be with you again. But be aware that this person that could come back from your past or whatever, this also could be a new energy, but they resemble somebody from your past. They might have the same tendencies and things like that. So be aware, because it might not literally be someone from your past. It could be somebody that is similar to a person from your past in a new person, okay? So also remember that. But beware of the codependency. Remember, they're talking about, I feel like a part of me is missing without you. If they can't be whole by themselves, that's not your problem, okay? Remember that. Do not go back just because you feel guilty because they are a mess, because they're not with you. That's not your problem. They need to like learn how to like live on their own. Like, if you could live on your own in your hermit mode, they could do it too, okay? And not your problem, period. End of conversation. Okay, let's just pull the charms really quick because I know we're running out of time. If you don't like loud noises, please turn it down. This might get loud. Any other messages in the spirit on ice for pile of sea and my fire sign for live in February 2024? What is this, an armadillo? We have a cookbook, a butterfly, a ladder, a ballerina. Sorry, I feel like I'm not showing you guys. I hope you can see. A fox. And this weird thing. I always want to say the word, but I'm too scared, so I'm not going to say it. All right. I feel like for some of you... So once again, with the hermit mode coming out, I feel like this is really going to be a period of alone time for you. Maybe you like to cook. Maybe you'll find a hobby in this meantime of you not focusing so much on this relationship, because now you're going to have extra time because you're not going to be spending all your time with this person. So I feel like, but I do feel like you getting over this person and like moving on is going to help you. Like, it's like you're climbing a wall, basically. You're getting over the wall, which is great. And I think you're going to be listening to your intuition. I feel like with the ballerina and the cookbook here, you're really going to be, maybe you're going to find, can you see my hand? Maybe you're going to find some hobbies, which is like really fun. And like, you'll be more comfortable than you think with being alone, because you're going to realize, wow, I've been missing out on doing stuff that I like love to do, but I haven't really been doing it because I've been with this person. And with the butterfly here, you're definitely going to like transform, which is nice. And I feel like with the armadillo, because don't these things, like, it reminds me of like a roly-poly. Like, they like go into themselves. So I feel like that's just reiterating the alone time and the hermit energy, which is nice. And then with the foxes are very sly and things like that. So it's just making me think, just once again, be careful from that person that's coming in. Make sure that their intentions are true. Now, once again, even though all these cards came out, it's just guidance, okay? If you really feel like you want to be with this person and you think that things could work, then follow your intuition. You know, you have the High Priestess here, you have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, you have the Fool, the King of Cups, the Two of Cups. Like, you're very, you know what the hell you're talking about, okay? I'm only seeing a glimpse of what the hell is going on here. So obviously use your discernment, but make sure that you are smart and you're making decisions that are actually good for you and not just because you want to continue to be in this lack mindset that you normally have. But that's what I'm seeing for you for the month of February. So that's your overall energy. Remember, I will be doing like a series all throughout February of love readings, Hopefully they're more, because once again, so far they haven't been very romantic. So I'm gonna try and do more like specific ones so that we can get into it, you know, like we'll do different like crush ones, and if you're in a relationship, what's going on in your relationship, like specific messages to like specific people, things like that. I would like to do some spicy readings because I love doing spicy readings, so I might do some extendeds on Snip Feed maybe. And I'm sure I'll do some on YouTube and TikTok, so stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe, please. That way you are up to date. Click the like bell notification so that you know when I post. I try to be consistent, but I have a lot going on, so I'm just not very good at it, honestly. But February I am really gonna try to like push those out. So just stay tuned for that, and we will get some other readings in. But thanks for being here. I really hope that this resonated, and hopefully you get some guidance from this, and I will see you at the next reading. Bye. Hello, my pile threes. Welcome to your reading. Okay, this is off the TikTok. For what is the energy of your love life for the month of February in 2024. The first two piles were pretty interesting, so I'm excited to see yours. This is for if you chose pile 3, which is the gold foil tarot. And if you chose by your zodiac sign, and this is for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So here we go. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, Ancestors, Higher Power, for doing this reading. Please get all the messages out. For the people that chose to read today. I'm actually recording this at a different time than I recorded the beginning, so it's a bit of a different energy. So I'm excited. Okay, let's see what's going on for you. Ooh, in the month of February in your love life. Well, first of all, you are coming out of a lack mindset, and a lack mindset that that you seem to have just in your love life in general. You might be very nervous to like be the aggressor. I don't know if that's the right word, but be the one that approaches in love. Like when it comes to love, like you would rather be approached. But I feel like, I kind of feel like it's slightly it is so hot in here. I'm so sorry. I like can't focus. It seems like that is kind of something that holds you back in love, because it's like you see someone that you want, and like your automatic thing is like, okay, well, they need to approach me, but it's like they don't know that you want them. So that's not really, it's not the best. I'm actually going to take these in reverse. I kept saying for all of the readings, I was like, I'm not going to take reversals, and I'm reading it reverse, so I'm just going to take them reverse because that's how they came. It's funny, but I feel like in February you're going to come out of that, which is good. It's going to help you have more opportunities for love, because now you're going to like just know like, hey, I think that person is attractive. So all right, this came reversed too, but I don't know, some cards I'm feeling reversed, and then others I'm like, maybe it can reverse because it's like you're coming out of having like no kind of love life. Like maybe you haven't like dated in a while. I love these cards. I hope you can see them. Okay, yeah. Maybe you haven't dated in a while. Okay, also, I didn't give you guys the cards that we did in the tarot reading on TikTok, so I'm going to put that in as well. We got the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So, okay, it's funny that I read it how I read it because here are your cards. You have letting go. If someone leaves you confused more than comforted, you need to reassess their access to you. So immediately, like in the TikTok, I was just discussing like in February, if you're with someone that like this is what it's saying basically, like you just like never know where you stand with them. Even if you are in a relationship, it's just like you guys just are never really on the same page maybe. And you're just gonna start like looking into your relationships more in February and like deciding, do I need to let some people go? Should I let some people in, kind of thing? Because we have Jordan Romance and Blossoming Abundance. So I feel like there's something here about letting go, and then it's going to open up other opportunities for you. And I thought that's interesting because you had 33 and 3, so 333. And like 3 to me, it's like I'm seeing like, you know, a triangle, and like you're one of the points, and then it's like now you can go in these like different directions basically. So I really like that. Okay, sorry, I had a camera problem. All right, here we go. But yeah, so I feel like there is something about letting go in February, and I think it's gonna lead to abundance and romance, which is great. So maybe like also it could be letting go of like a certain like idea of how you make money, because maybe it's not necessarily your career that is like the problem in itself. Like, I mean, you could be thinking about switching careers, but it could just be in general like your thought process of how you obtain money. Like there's just something about letting go so that you can have a different opportunity. So I feel like in February, as long as you take the action to try and let go of things that like are no longer in alignment with you, you're gonna have abundance everywhere. Okay. But there's definitely change and movement coming in your love life. So I do love that. Okay, let's pull some oracle cards. I think there's some kind of lack mindset about like your material, about things in the material for some reason. And for some reason that's affecting your love life. I don't know why. That's just like really stuck in my head. Okay, we have yes. Just say yes. So that could be the answer to a question that you've been asking maybe. Or when this opportunity comes in, maybe it's something you should say yes to. Okay, you got a lot of cards. So you might get some opportunities in February. Maybe you've been in a house lately and you haven't really been like saying yes to people. And maybe February is a good time to say yes. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So with this letting go, I feel like you're already on the path of letting go, which is good. So I feel like in February, you're going to be much closer to the end of it and like getting and starting to see the difference of you letting those people or those thought processes go. Like you're going to start to see the changes in February, and maybe you'll start to see the changes in your finances, and then maybe in love. We have transformation. Oh, look at that. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. So yeah, you're definitely like doing the healing now, which is good. So, because I'm still recording this in January. So I feel like by February, or maybe by the time you watch this, you're like very into the process already, which is great. Then we have the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Oh my gosh, that's literally what it's talking about. Like letting go of the things that you're holding on to that you don't need to hold on to anymore. Is there someone that you're holding on to? Are there relationships, like friendships? And you know, it doesn't have to be romantic either. It could be platonic. Like you could be taking up a lot of your energy because of other people and like they're just not really in alignment with you. You could be experiencing things with other people, but you're spending a lot of time with certain people maybe, or you're spending a lot of time maybe clinging on to a certain job that you have, or once again like clinging on to a certain mindset. Like there's definitely just something that needs to be purged. Maybe it's one thing, maybe it's multiple things, but I do think it's going to affect your romantic and financial life in February, as long as you continue to decipher what you're clinging on to and then decipher like, should I like seriously let this go. And then last but not least, we have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So I feel like your manifestations are definitely in the works once again. I don't know, that's just like reiterating like everything basically. Like it's basically just saying it's gonna come into fruition, which is good. So I feel like that's interesting. What, I wish we could get a little more information about what exactly you need to be letting go of. We have space, movement in reverse, because I'm going to take reversals again, and then rest. So you might feel like things are moving slow when you start letting go of things. You might feel like things are boring. You're not doing a lot. You're not seeing a lot of people now because you're letting go of like, I don't want to say wasting your energy, but you're not, there's not a lot of excess energy to give out basically. And in February, it's just making me think of the Hermit. Like you're just going to be like moving slow. You're going to be doing things a lot differently than you're used to. You might be used to like hanging out with a lot of different people and like going to a lot of places, like just go like on the go a lot. But I feel like in February, you're going to slow down. And I think the slowing down is only going to happen if you do let go of these things. And at first it might like bug you. Like you might be like, well, I let go of these people and like now I have no one kind of thing. But maybe it's just time for you to like be in your own energy. Not saying like you need to be alone, blah, blah, blah. Like it's not like that. It's just sometimes you get caught up. Like it's like you can be too social sometimes. You know, like I think everyone needs to have their alone time. Everyone needs to be with their own consciousness for like a little bit, you know, especially if you're someone that's just always going, because it's hard for you to listen to yourself sometimes. If you're always around other people, you're always having conversation with other people and things like that. It's like you need to like hear yourself. Yeah, especially if you're in a relationship, and that maybe you're gonna let go of a person that you're in a relationship with or talking to, whatever, because you just feel like it's just not, you guys are just not on the same page, you're not aligning, and that's fine. But like you've just been kind of comfortable with them, and so you might like just not speak to them anymore, like letting them go, whatever. And you might have like lived with them, or like you might have just seen them all the time, and now you're not going to be doing that. And like at first it might be like, whoa, like I have a lot of alone time, I don't know what to do with it, you don't know what to do with yourself kind of thing. But you might need that in February, and you could be just doing that right now, and then in February is once again like when you see the actual changes, when you see people start to enter your life. But you have to take the opportunities as well. Like if new people start to like ask you to hang out and stuff like that, like you can't be like woe and sorrow and oh no, I don't want to go anywhere, you know, like because then you're not going to gain more people back, if that makes sense. Like, you still have to put in the effort. But I think the opportunities will come in February if you're already in this energy. All right, let's see what, I don't know why my voice is like so, you know, it's really like hot in my room, and I had my window open, but like my neighbor has these like dogs and they're howlers, and you can just like hear them, and I can't, like I can't. So I closed my window, but then I have all my candles lit and they're scented. So like sometimes it just like makes the air dry, but no matter, we get through because we have to get the messages out. All right, what messages from the cosmos do you have for your love life, or about your love life in February? All right, we have, do your thoughts need a reboot? Focus on the good in your life. So once again, letting go. Do you need to let go of thought processes? Because it might not always be people. It might be things in yourself. So once again, if you take the time to like have space, give yourself space, rest, like just like really like take care of yourself, as well as be with yourself, you might realize, hey, maybe I do need to change my mindset about money. Maybe I do need to change my mindset about relationships and things like that. Like, you know, yeah, I think the letting go is just really going to help you, like, be more in tune with your mind, I guess. Oh, I dropped the card. Dropping the card. I do it every time, and it's just so rough. All right, we have find ways to lighten up and not take everything so seriously. Like, damn. Okay, well, you know, you might have, so maybe something that you need to let go of is like just being more calm, being more in flow, in tune with the universe, and like just with what's going on in your reality. Not saying that you shouldn't do anything, not saying that you shouldn't put action into things, but I also, like, maybe it's just saying, like, just chill out, you know? Like, things happen, just go with it. It's fine. Like, you might not know everything that's going on, just because of how we experience reality. What has your inner voice been asking of you? Listen and act. So once again, if you're not already doing this now in February, you're definitely going to be in yourself, and you're going to be hopefully listening and listening to like what your intuition is telling you. I kind of want to just see who this person is, and then what this blossoming abundance is. So if they do let go, what's this person like that enters their life? Oh my god, I did not want all those cards. I'm gonna take this one. I think there's one more though. I'll just get that last card, please. Thank you. Okay, let's see who this person is that like might enter once you go through your period of changing your mindset and moving forward. Oops. Once again, I'm like, do I want to take the reversals? Do I wanna? Well, it's someone that doesn't really hold on to things, which is interesting because we were just, I mean, you have to let go of things. It seems like I was gonna say something and then I kind of just, I was gonna say it seems like they, if anything, you might be more worried, like, do they have emotion? Not do they have emotions, but like, they just are so like ugh about things. Not ugh. They just are so in flow that nothing seems to phase them. Okay? Not saying that it actually doesn't phase them. I just don't know if they're the best at expressing it for some reason. Or they just might express it in a more aggressive way. And you might not be into that. Or you might be. Who knows? And by aggressive, I don't necessarily mean yelling. I just mean like they could like speak their mind about things that irritate them more than things that don't irritate them. But they're adventurous for sure. And like they kind of just, and they like to not dwell on things because they feel like they can't move forward if they're too busy dwelling on past emotions and just like, I don't know. They might be very good at letting go. Like it's just like it's giving like opposites. Like it's like you might struggle with letting go of people or things or just like anything that like you need to let go of. Like maybe you don't like change very much, but this person seems to like kind of thrive with it. Like it's easier for them to just be in flow with their emotions all the time. So they go with what they're feeling like at any given moment basically. So they don't have a lot of like, they don't feel a lot of like stress and like weight in themselves because they always like how they feel in the moment is what they do kind of thing. And for some reason, for the most part, it works for them. But at the same time, they might be kind of like, at the same time, they might kind of be like, oh, that was a confirmation. At the same time, they might be like, well, none of these people stayed in my life, so they kind of assume that no one's going to stay in their life. And that might be something that you guys might have to deal with when the time comes. And maybe by then, you will have a better balance of letting go, but also keeping things that truly mean something to you. And maybe you are going to like help them. But yeah, they kind of like are like, okay, well, once again, no one, but it's like, no one didn't stay because of that, like the other people. Like it was your person. Not always, obviously, but because they're so good at letting go, like they're just like very like, we're done. Like that's it. No second chances, like boom. So people get intimidated by that. So like they don't actually like ever, say like, man, I'm sorry, like I hope we could be friends again or something like that, Okay, what about the financial changes? I know that's not really what we're talking about, but I feel like they go hand in hand for some reason. Like maybe you're going to meet someone at work or I don't know. But I feel like they are related. Yeah, like it's like they're dependent on each other. One thing opens something else up. One thing opens something up. It's like once you let go of either someone romantic or something that's holding you back with money or career, anything that has to do with abundance, whatever abundance is for you. Because maybe your life goal is not to have the biggest house on the block, okay? So like that might not matter to you. It's whatever abundance is for you. It could be living alone in the forest. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, but once you let go of the things that aren't gonna work with the life that you imagine or the things that you want and you become more aligned, then it's like the opportunities for love will just kind of pour in. It'll just be easy. It'll just, once again, it'll just flow. because you'll learn how to follow your intuition in February. And you're just gonna meet more people, so it's just gonna open more things up, basically. Oh, I love that. Oops. You know, all these piles, I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting, but they're all very, like, I don't know what's going on astrologically, I guess. I thought there would be more union stuff. That's not really the case. All right, let's just get a couple more oracle cards, and then I think we'll do charms. So let's just get a message or two from this person that you might meet in or after February. Thank you. Look, you got space twice. Boop, 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 boop. You got space twice. I need more time to think. You're going to be thinking in February. Because I feel like it's your energy. Well, I did say messages from this person. Maybe they'll be the one that wants the space, and at first you might not be into that, and then once you're in it, you're gonna be like, okay, this isn't that bad. We have hope. I haven't given up on us yet. That's interesting. Guilty. I feel pain from the damage I have caused. And shadow side. You made me realize my flaws. Okay. So I feel like if you are the one that's letting go of the person, they are going to realize, they're gonna sit in their energy as well. Like, you're both gonna have time to rest and have space and things like that. And I feel like for you, it's gonna open up abundance and romance and things like that. But for them, it's gonna open up, like, it's gonna open up what they didn't want to address in the relationship, basically. And it's gonna make them have to address those things because now they're not with you, because, or they might not be with you because you were like, I don't want to do that anymore. If you're not gonna acknowledge these things, then that's it, you know? And so it forces them to. Like my little love potion. Sorry, I felt the need to, what's it called? You can't really see the, what's it called, because it's not, the light's not on. But yeah. Okay, let's do the charms. Just to get any last minute messages. If you don't like loud noises, please turn it down. February. Oh, you didn't get a lot. Interesting. So I take this as the devil energy. But then we have transformation here. We have a butterfly. I hope you can see. So I feel like right now you're kind of going, like, the letting go, you're going to have to go through a bit of a dark night of the soul kind of thing. But you're going to let go of that devil energy. You're going to realize that you are keeping yourself trapped. And it's going to help you transform once you actually, like, do something about it. If you choose to do something about it. And then here we have, it's like the moon, they're in the forest, Bigfoot is there, aliens. And it's making me think of, like, conspiracy theories. But it's making me think of that mindset that you might need to let go of, that you can't have abundance or you can't have love in the way that you want it. And it's like you have to, like, choose to transform with the butterfly or to stay stuck. Because the mindset of thinking it's not possible is what's stunting. Oh my god. Oh my god. You got 3 charms. And remember when I had said the one would point, it would like give you the 2 other options? Like I was thinking about a triangle because 3. Here it is. Like here it is. I'm actually going to zoom in on that. Can I just zoom on here? I don't know. Nice. But you literally have the 3, the triangle here, and it's like, this is your mindset right now. And it's like, are you going to choose to keep staying in? And look, even with the shadow side and guilty, like this is giving the devil energy. Like, it's like, are you going to let your shadow side kind of win basically? Or are you going to work together and transform and give yourself space and like allow yourself to understand that there is hope? Oh, I love that so much. I feel like we should end it there because that was just perfectly in tune. Okay, but thank you, pile 3, my earth signs. If you chose by sign, if you chose by pile, thanks for being here as well. Follow my TikTok if you didn't come from TikTok, FloralMoonTarot. I will be doing a love series all throughout the month of February, so stay tuned for all those videos on TikTok and YouTube. I might do some extendeds on my snip feed as well if you want even more information. I might do some spicy readings on there, so click the follow button, please. But if not, I hope this did resonate either way, and I'll see you at the next reading. Bye. Hello, hello, my water signs, or the people that pick pile 4. Whoa. How are you today? All right, so this is the extended from the TikTok, like I said in the intro. This is if you chose pile 4 from YouTube, or you just felt like you just wanted to choose whatever pile. You didn't want to go by your sign, that's fine. Whatever you were feeling called to, okay? But if you weren't here for the TikTok, I have the cards here from what I pulled so that I can just reiterate that message really quick. So your overall energy for February when it comes to love, we have free yourself. You don't need to be in control of everything for a love relationship to be successful. So basically, you're going to be coming in to flow. You're going to realize that you need to be in tune and like in flow with life, because you might be overthinking a lot of your love situations, a lot of your relationships and things like that, and you're not really letting it. You're just when you're in control too much, it's like you get disappointed because you want certain things to happen and then they might not happen exactly the way that you want, but it's like you could still have the same outcome that you want, but it might be a different route to get there, which is why you got adjacent possibilities and the garden and the gate. Because here with the garden and the gate, there's like an open field, she can be free, but she's like, I have my flowers, I have my comfort here. She has the key to the gate to get out, but she has to use it herself. She has to want to leave for her to be able to leave. And with the adjacent possibilities, it's basically like saying like, yes, the garden is beautiful and she should love it and enjoy it, but like she can also go out in the field. Like there's another possibility. She can go out there and it might be amazing. She might love it even more than being in the garden. Like, you know, but it's like she's not going to know unless she actually tries those other possibilities. So I feel like with you, my water signs, or the people that picked pile 4, whatever, however you got here, it's like you have to let go of control. You can have the same result and have a way different way of getting there than you could have ever imagined, okay? So I feel like in February 2024, you're either going to experience you actually going in a different possibility and still getting what you want, or you're going to start that process of like, okay, I have to do things differently. You're going to start the process of freeing yourself. So that being said, if that feels like it's for you, then welcome. If not, go ahead and choose another pile. Don't you worry. There's a message for you somewhere. No. We're not taking reversals. Okay, look at that. Knight of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the King of Wands. The Seven of Cups is literally talking about, look at all the cups he has. It's literally talking about all the possibilities. All the possible cups that he could have. And the Knight of Swords is talking about, you know, when I think of the Knight of Swords, I just think of like opening your mind to new things. It's kind of like the Ace of Swords, but like you're just starting out. Like instead of being at the, whoa, I just had this revelation. It's like, okay, I had the revelation and now I'm beginning to actually live in that revelation, to live in that thought process. And then we have the Six of Pentacles here. So I feel like in February, you're going to be letting go of, or not letting go. You're going to be freeing yourself from the thought processes that you have learned over time, either as a child or just like through your past experiences, particularly with other people, which then affect your love life. Look at that. We have the Sun and the Knight of Wands. And like, I do feel like with the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, like you are definitely, you know what, or not, you know, but you know that you need to start looking into adjacent possibilities, right? And so in February, it's going to be easier for you to apply it. Like I was just saying, like you have to live in it, live in the revelation, because now, okay, you know that the thought process needed to change. You realize that, and now you're trying to actually apply it into your life. I love that. There is like so much growth. I was not expecting this, like when I did these readings, and everyone is just so amazing. Yeah. Okay. Then we have the Queen of Cups. So it's going to be easier for you to be in tune with your emotions. Oh, look at that in Temperance. Yes, you're going to be very balanced. You're going to be very balanced in February. And it's going to help you, once again, just release the mindset of needing to be in control. There's just like so much here about needing to be in control. You have a lot of pages. You have a lot of knights. It's very new for you. You're not really used to that. Look, the Hierophant. The back is also back here. And look, we have the Two of Cups. Oh, but the Hierophant is here. And that's literally like norms, basically. Everything that you do, because that's just how you're used to doing it. You're really going to have a new outlook. New things. You're going to really be letting go of needing to control every situation and how you get things and all this stuff. And it's going to open you up to so much more. And you're going to realize you can be happy without having to overthink everything. You don't have to control everything for you to be happy. Hold on. I want to shuffle this a little better, please. Okay. You're really not having that. Okay, thank you. Oh, damn it. I hate when they fall. It's just like, oh my God. Okay, we have hunger. We have protection. So also, I feel like you have to remember that things that don't... So, okay, when you're trying to be in control, things might go a different direction and then you might get pissed, right? And like, maybe it's because the universe or God or whoever or whatever you believe in, or if you don't even believe in anything, whatever, you just, whatever, your path gets blocked for some reason and now you have to go this way instead. You have to take a different possibility. You might hate that, but it's like you have to also understand that maybe if you did go that way that you wanted to go, things might have turned out a little differently and you might not have liked that difference. So maybe that's why you don't like to open up to other possibilities, but you have to remember that sometimes it's the better option. It's just we don't know, you know? Like, we don't know. You have to have faith that the situation will be fine. You have to have faith that you will be able to, just because you want something and you take the opportunity to get it, you know, because once again, the opportunity might come in a different way than what you were expecting. But as long as you have the hunger for wanting, for what you want, it's like you'll accept, okay, this isn't exactly how I wanted things to go, but I'm fine that it's going, because at least it's going. And then we have reflection. So I feel like in February, once again, like you're just going to be reflecting a lot about how you need to free yourself. And where are you always trying to be in control as well? Because it might not just be love. What is the energy for my water signs? And my pile 4s in February. Oh, that's too much. I'm so sorry. Can I just get a little bit clearer, please? Thank you. Okay. Okay. You guys just have a lot to say. All right. Council of Light. Divine orchestration. Helpers in the subtle realm. So exactly. Like, with this protection, like, you have to remember, like, there's a lot going on, okay? It's not just you. Like, there's a lot going on. So there's a lot of things, there's a lot of factors, there's a lot of things going on in the 5D or whatever that we cannot see, okay? So once again, like, if you get pissed off and you're like, well, what the hell? I wanted to go this way. How come it didn't happen like this? Blah, blah, blah. Maybe your spirit team is trying to tell you, like, you need to learn how to let us do our jobs, okay? Like, we know what we're doing. Thank you. Like, we could see everything. You can't see everything. Remember that. Then we have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Once again, with yourself, with others as well. It's like, it's funny, you might like being in control when it comes to things in your love life, because you might not feel in control with others in other areas of your life. So make sure that you're putting up boundaries and you're allowing yourself to always, you know, you have to put yourself first sometimes. And it's okay to have boundaries, and don't make anyone make you feel like it's not okay. Then we have deep replenishment. Retreat, rest, be held. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion. Priestess, mystic, teacher. Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. And then yes, just say yes. Okay, yeah. And then in February, I feel like because you're freeing yourself, you're gonna feel more rested. You're not gonna be overthinking so much. Like, you're just gonna be able to just be in flow. You're just like, all right, I'm cool with whatever happens. Like, we don't need to worry about it, whatever. Maybe you will meet like someone that will help you with that mindset, because they've been kind of living in that for a while. So some kind of like, I like to say guru, but and like maybe they're Pleiadian. What else is happening in my water signs, love lives in February? Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Paradise. Okay, go listen to Sade Paradise or Paradise by Chase Atlantic. There's a song, there's a message in there. In either one of those, maybe both. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. So maybe when you do free yourself, you will, maybe, you know what I just heard? You might be in a relationship and they might want to change things up, or you might want to change things up, but there's an energy of wanting to change things up and someone is uncomfortable with it. Like, they're like, okay, but our relationship has been working this whole time, so why are we doing things differently? And like, they're freaking out about it. And it's like, chill out. If this is you and you're freaking out, chill out, okay? They don't mean it in like a bad way, or like they don't love you, like whatever. It's just when you're in a relationship that's like very healthy, and like, not saying that they shouldn't or they should be bored. It's not like that. Like, I don't think that you can get bored if you're like truly, ooh, stuff's happening. If you're like truly like, just like, you just work with the other person, right? Hold on 1 second. And it's like that other way, that change in the relationship might lead to a much happier relationship in a way that you didn't even know is possible. And then look, we have soulmate here. Soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. So maybe you both are Pleiadian or something, and then like you guys are meeting again, and it is just joy to the world because you guys are together. But you have to free yourself. You have to let go of the control if you're gonna find this person and or be in the happy relationship that you could be in if you release control. Heart with a key. Oh my god. And what is so funny, you have guarding the gate, and what did I say? She has a key wrapped around her neck. It's right on her heart. Boom. She has the power to leave the garden. It's beautiful and she loves her garden, but she's also like, I think it's time for me to explore. I think it's time for me to try other things. Maybe I'll really enjoy myself if I go out in the field. Look at the world that I could see. Welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart. Oh, I love that. So I feel like you freeing yourself, you're going to just, and abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's just pull some charms just to get any extra messages. If you don't like loud noises, please, oh please, turn down your sound. Okay? February 2024. Oh, you got a lot. All right, let's see. You have a charm that says love. I feel like if you play your cards right, you will get what you want for sure. What's this? Okay, that's a butterfly. Seahorses, you know what I'm thinking of? I think it's Deadpool, the movie Deadpool. And he's like, did you know? Oh, no. I'm lying. It's Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man. He's like, did you know that seahorses mate for life? They're soulmates. Can you imagine that? Just one person. You spend your whole life with them. Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. Peter Parker. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of. So it's just, and once again, like you have the soulmate card come out. So truly you working on not being in control will really do you some justice here for sure. You will have that love that you want. The chair is interesting to me because it is just such a boring chair. It is just so regular. And once again, I feel like I was saying before, maybe someone, I know I said, no, it's not boring, but maybe someone is like, we don't have to do things so robotically, I think. And if you're the one that's very in control, maybe you like to do things very robotically. Like, not to like come at you crazy, but I just mean like, you just are very like tightly wound. Like, this is how things should be. So remember with that Hierophant, like, this is how you're used to. This is how things should be. You don't want to change anything because what if it doesn't work? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. You don't want things to just get stagnant, okay? Especially with relationships. Everyone is growing as a person all the time. We have to experience life every single day, every waking second, okay, that we are awake and conscious. Even when you're unconscious, you are experiencing a life if you remember your dreams. Like, so for a long time, if you're going to be with someone for a long time, it's like you cannot be stagnant, okay? It's not going to work like that. There's too many changes happening between two people and a lot of things happening in each of those person's lives for things to just be stagnant all the time. So please, like, I feel like they're really reiterating, like, Release your need to control. Okay? Release it. Because you can't transform. You can't transform if you stay in the same mindset. If you stay doing the same things that you've been doing this whole time, okay? Like don't make yourself be stuck in the past, is what the cassette reminds me of. Don't make yourself be stuck in the past, okay? You don't want to like stay in an energy just because that's the energy that you've been in this whole time. Things are going to change. That's how time is, okay? That's just how we see time. So let go of your need to control, and you will blossom with opportunities to change a lot of things in your life, especially in love. But thank you, Paul, for being here. That's what I'm seeing for you today. Yours is pretty straightforward, actually. So once again, these readings were not what I was expecting, okay? So I think I will be doing a spicy read or something, just to get like really, because most of these messages, actually every pile was very much about the self in February. So I wasn't really expecting that, but obviously there's a lot that needs to be said about the self for some reason. So, but I do feel like as long as you guys choose the path that this is kind of guiding you towards, or choose a path that is like more in alignment with you, basically, you will find love. It just might not be in the way that you thought, okay? So just keep an open mind. But yeah, thank you for being here once again. Follow me, like, subscribe, comment. I hope this resonated. Follow my TikTok if you haven't already. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna do a series throughout the month of February. So once again, we're gonna get into more readings because this was not what I was expecting, and I like doing spicy readings and stuff, so I would love to do some spicy readings. So I'll definitely get some of those going on TikTok, maybe my snip feed. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to follow, that way you can see all those videos. But until then, I will see you in the next video. Bye.